What is going on? I'm Zedma. We are going to be doing some warships a little bit late in the day my time, which means probably publish it tomorrow. But picking up those 29 diamonds, if you want 29 diamonds single day, or at least 6 days out of 7, do check out the description. We've got the task force for you, regardless of what level you are. So, gonna skip over that. Also gonna make sure we've got our creator boost activated with Zmod in there. Then we're gonna jump into warships. Now, as far as getting to diamond in warships, which as you can see here, I have done, the easiest way right now, without buckets and buckets and buckets full of skill, is probably to get to 6 engine rooms and then get heavies and then get Kavan. I have not gone that path, but if you look at my log here, it's not very good. Like, just straight up not very good. Oops, clicked the wrong button there. But yesterday I was able to get up to rank 22, I do believe. Where is the Zmod machine right there? As you can see, I got to 22.0. Now I've fallen down to 21. Now, I am not attacking except for when I have a chest available at this point. I'm not going to park quite yet. I've fallen out of diamond at least once, but confident I can get back in at this point. Using all sorts of troops. I'll get into that in a second. Tech tree wise, though, like I said, my bullet. Sorry, I didn't say this. The bullet getting up to tick 4 would make a nice difference there. Getting him all sorts of extra health. But overall, this tech tree has most of the things. That multi-node behind that mech is very, very appealing, just getting the dirtier 6 engine room. Otherwise, have the damage amplifier. In my last video, you might have seen I did not have the boom cannons, went and got those as soon as I got into diamond. That was very, very helpful, slowing down people immensely. Not going to be going up top for that troop health or the Scorchers at this point, though. I went and got tanks instead. They have been sort of helpful. So if I show you this attack, for example, the tanks out front can be helpful. I'm getting, see the range of that rocket launcher, picking up the free gunboat energy, and then sliding over to the left. 2 boats of rifles, getting the rifles out front because the shock blasters and just generally getting shot in the face, keeping Bullet alive, keeping the rocket choppers alive. Tanks also doing a little tiny bit of damage, but overall just cruising on in, knowing that that back shock blaster not well positioned, I gotta say. So getting all of the engine rooms there. If you look at my log here, like, people are not getting all of the engine rooms terribly often. I got all of them there, but people are missing out on many engine rooms, and that's where the heavy and Kavan are coming in. So that is probably your easiest path to diamond if you're not quite there yet and you're like just want to do that final push to get into diamond. Like I said, though, it's not for everyone. You might also, depending on how much time you have, I mean, there's only a couple days left in the season. You might want to be pushing over into 7 engine rooms and those bright yellow school buses. But in order to use those school buses, you're going to need heavies anyways. So lots of calculations to do. I'm going to go down here and show you 2 death coming in, and they got all my engine rooms. So I'm going to give them a quick tip of the old cap. And most people on my base are going to that right-hand side. Right-hand side, not ideal. This person is doing it the right way. You can do the exact same attack using tanks, and that is get your troops splitting a little bit. Most of them up the left, some of them up the right, and that's going to not let all of the rocket launchers and shock blasters and stuff focus on one area. So they're also getting that front engine room, I do believe, or at least getting close to it, using those bombardiers on that left-hand side, and then just cruising on in, barely avoiding most of the mines, like so close, and getting a couple nice shocks out in the meantime. So would this attack work every time? No, definitely not. Heavies and Kavan and Bombardiers definitely not going to be an easy path to clear every single base, but most of the time when my base is cleared, it's by this troop combo. And you'll see, like, he or she is right on the very precipice of losing every single one of their troops. They're just, like, down to the last possible second, getting the perfectly timed shock or the perfectly timed critters, down to 2 bombardiers here, and just barely eking out the win. So very well done there. Lots and lots of things done there, well there as far as time goes. So I tip my cap to you to death. We're gonna show you my. I think did I already show you this one. Yes, yes, indeed we did. So I'm gonna go down to one more here. Don't have a lot of wins to work with here, folks. I fell out of diamond there, as you can see. Getting rid of that what's that thing called Sky Shield. If they only have one Shock Blaster, they don't have a damage amplifier. So this was just me having more tech, and then bringing out some more tanks. Now I gotta say, big shout out to some people here very, very soon. And again, see those riflemen just getting shot in the face, keeping some troops alive in the process. And then on this right-hand side, I'm not sure if you guys saw that or not. Maybe rewind a second. Just throwing 2 boats of rocket choppers on that right-hand side, just so I don't have to go all the way over there. And as a result, we don't have to destroy every single defense, which is kind of nice. So as far as the shoutouts go, right about here, Stoneheart sitting there in the top 5. Stoneheart was the one that put me onto tanks. Tanks and bombardiers. Generally 3 tanks, 3 bombardiers on the left, 1 tank, 1 bombardier on the right or up the middle, working very, very, very well. Commander J Doom also giving me some feedback as far as which things to do. Mini Walker also, and all of the join at own risk task force. So lots and lots of people giving lots and lots of details. I only wish there was a way to do friendly challenges and or share your attacks in your task force. That would just make things so much better. Um, I'm going to give this a go. Doing a live attack, I'm definitely incredibly cautious about falling out of diamond. But this base, anytime I see a base like this is a good thing. This base, I didn't notice that there's a purple flag on the CMO in the past, but this should be a base that we can beat. The fact is, that shock blaster, we should be able to sneak a rocket chopper up that left-hand side, but I'm just going to go straight forward. None of this looks terribly difficult, which kind of makes me a little bit nervous at the moment. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then again, once that goes down, I'm going to send my tank up that right-hand side. Because like I said, just getting some sort of a split is usually a very, very good thing. So now that that's done, we're going to send you over there, and get some of these dudes rocking and a-rolling, just trying to get critters out, trying to keep the majority of our troops alive as long as we possibly can. And as I say that, I think we just lost 2 of those bombardiers. So there we go, getting those shocks out slowly but oh so surely. Don't call me Shirley. You can see like we're just clinging to death, clinging to health right now. One other quick note is that in the past I have been depending on taunt. I switched it up to use what is that thing called? Sorry, energy drink. And energy drink generally has been doing fairly well for us. Now we just need one more engine room. Should be able to sneak that in along this right-hand side, picking up the win. Honestly, there is no pride at the moment for me when it comes to attacking in warships. It is all about just getting the bare minimums required to win. I know in past I would try and do the fanciest attack or the best attack, or at this point I really don't care. All I want to do is make sure that I get enough engine rooms to win, and in this instance we should be able to pull that off, all thanks to our tanks standing out front, getting shot in the face, and just like that we have picked up the win. So not even close to a sexy attack. I basically gave up the rest of my troops. We are going to lose very soon here. Probably not going to get another engine room. There's just not enough troops available. So we're just going to throw an artillery right about there and miss because, of course, they move forward and then we'll retreat quickly. So one thing to be aware of if you've never played this way, I assume most of you have, is only attacking when you have chests available. Now there are ways to store your attack, your engine rooms for your next attack by force closing and stuff like that. But it's just so vital when you're on the brink of precipice. Brink of precipice, yes, combining some terms just to sound like a complete gomer, complete clown. Just when you're close to the edge of that rank, just don't attack. I know that's hard, and you see that there are a bunch of players out there who just can't get that through. They're like at like probably 2,000 battles on the season. but that is not a good strategy. We're probably going to get a 7 engine. Oh, we got a 6. Good. Now, this base looks fairly straightforward. Doesn't look like they have a damage amplifier. They only have two. They only have two shock launchers. They only have 4 rocket launchers. Doesn't that sound crazy? Just saying only have. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go back to Old Faithful. This is the troop combo that I've been using the most. I know it looks insane, but it works. It's worked very, very well for me. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go with our friends right here with the, what are those guys called? Rocket Choppas. I'm going to get Bullet. Man, it's been a long, long, long day. We're going to get Bullet out there. I'm going to get these dudes out here. And then we're going to get way, way, way out wide. If you're asking why the heck I'm going wide, there is a little bit of reason to this. We're trying to get as wide as we possibly can. That is going to get us the heck out of the way of most of these defenses. And then we can throw one decently well-timed shock about there just before that boom cannon turns. And then we can hopefully just cruise on through most of this stuff. Our opponent retreated after 2 engine rooms, so now we just need to get the heck back into there, throw one more shock, and that should get most of our riflemen in. Should basically guarantee us 2 engine rooms to our names, and then we can throw one more shock over in here and hopefully pick up one more. So just trying to go as slow and cautious as we possibly can, and in the meantime hoping that we can get Bullet to do his energy drink and get somewhere in the capacity to shoot some things in the face. So those Bombardiers sneaking in behind Bullet, don't discount those. Those work incredibly well until they die, of course. But Bullet does a great job of getting shot in the face, and then those Bombardiers sneaking in behind. We are going to pick up 2 ugly, disgusting wins. My attacks on 6 engine rooms are not pretty, but they are ever so slightly better than my opponent's. That or my base is slightly better than theirs, and it doesn't really matter if it's your base or your attacks, but we are slowly but surely moving on up. Now, I've got that chest. I don't really know what I'm going to spend it on. The fact that we can get a couple extra cannons definitely appeals to me, but having to go through mechs really sucks. That GBE node's still sitting there taunting me, but my attacks, I'm generally not running out of gunboat energy, so if you have any feedback at all about what the heck I should be doing, do let me know. Heavies could be useful, but I feel like the tanks are doing a decent job, and Kavan is just so expensive to max that I'm not sure that I'm going to be playing enough in this season to do so. My other account is at 6 engine rooms, trying to get into Diamond using Seekers, which is a painful process. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know what? Let's do one more attack because everyone... Oh, by the way, I found a bug. If you start an attack with a win streak and then finish before your opponent and then click the attack screen and this comes up and then you lose, it'll still say you have a win streak. And then if you click attack, the game will crash. If you need more details on that, do let me know. I have passed it along to the Supercell dev team. Hopefully that'll be fixed for next season because I have lost at least 1 attack this season because of that. Frustrating. Ooh, look at this. I like this a lot. That rocket launcher range? No. I'm just going to go as far around as I possibly can. We're going to attack this from the back. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be crazy, but I think we should be able to pull that puppy off. So let's go something like this. How do I even go about doing this? I think I'm going to have to go dropping all of our troops over into here. And then we're just going to throw that flare all the way back. Like just throwing that all the way back and hoping that Mr. Bullet does not get shot in the face. And then we're just going to go with, if you've ever done long walks on operation attacks, you're going to know exactly, whoa, that's not a flare, that is a med kit, that is not what I'm trying to do. Need to get those critters down so that we don't lose all of our troops. We're just going to keep going all the way to the back, just keep wasting all of our gunboat energy on flares, and then we're just going to throw one of those puppies right there, and that shock right about there, just trying our darndest to get all of our troops coming forwards, and then just shocks Shocks, 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 shocks. Now, is this a good idea? Probably not, but I find that anytime someone has a base set up like this, I just want to attack it in a different fashion, and it tends to work out decently well, provided that you don't waste all your gunboat energy like I did. So, a little bit of a problem. The fact is, I think our opponent might have disconnected, so we might actually pull out the win, but this attack just absolutely awful. Used all of our gunboat energy trying to flare to the back. Flare's under leveled, and as a result, we only got one engine room. Now, I am going to say my goodbye to you from here because I don't want to let my opponent know that I've retreated quite yet. So hopefully this video gave you some input, some info. Do hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you would have attacked this base, what rank you're at, what your goal is, and if you've enjoyed this season or if you're just parking out of sheer frustration. Gotta say, I've seen a lot of players who have just parked because they don't like this season at all. The tech riding has just given people huge advantages, more than any season I can remember. So let me know if you like this season. Let me know if you're playing warships. Let me know how things are going for you. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.